Hello my dear students, today we are in lecture number 15 and we will study today how to find the angle between two vectors, and further we'll proceed for the cross product of two vectors. So here today we'll start in lecture number 15. Our topic, it is vector analysis, and to find the angle between two vectors we will study today. So here we go my dear student. To find the angle between two vectors, suppose we are having two vectors like this way, the vector A, the vector B incline at an angle theta, and we have to find this angle theta which is making by this two vector A and B. Here the magnitude of vector A, it is A, magnitude of vector B, it is B, and theta is the angle between vector A and B. Alright. Student, can we have this dot product between these two vectors that we have studied already as A, B cos theta? Suppose you have been given two vectors A and B. Alright. So, could you find the dot product of A and B? Yes, you can find. You have studied already. Could you find the magnitude of A? Yes. Could you find the magnitude of B? Yes, you can find. Now, if you are having the value of AB, that is the magnitude of AB, you are having the value of A dot B, then it is very easy to find the cos theta and the theta cos inverse. Alright. So, this cos theta can be written as A dot B divided by AB. It's quite simple. Alright. In this way, theta you will find cos inverse A dot B divided by AB, and this will be the theta, that is the angle between two vectors. Okay my dear student, a very simple example. Let me take. Suppose you have been given the two vector, the vector A as I plus j, alright, and another vector I minus j, and you have to find the angle between these two vectors. One it is the I plus j and another it is I minus j, and you have to find the angle between these two vectors. Alright. So first we need A dot B and then mod of A and B. Alright. So let me do here the dot product A dot B, my dear student. It will be I plus j dot I minus j. It is 1 minus 1, which is 0. Alright. Now mod of A, mod of vector A, it will be root under 2, 1 square plus 1 square, and mod of vector B, it will be again root under 2. Alright. These are the values. Cos theta, we know that according to the formula A dot B divided by mod of A and mod of B. Here it is 0, you can see, and it is 2, so this will be the 0. My dear students, here the cos theta is 0, then do you know the value of angle for which the cosine becomes 0? Yes. How much it is? 90 degree. Alright. So this will be the, you can write the theta is equals to 90 degree. It means those two vectors I plus j and I minus j are perpendicular to each other. My dear student, using geometry you can see this vector actually are perpendicular to each other. How? So look at here. as I told you, it is very important to visualize the vector whenever you are studying. All right. So suppose here this is our axis, x and y. All right. Now I'm going to represent this one, I plus j and I minus j. I plus j means the magnitude of this vector along the x-axis, it is unit, that is 1, and along the y-axis it is also 1. Here for the vector b, the magnitude along x-axis it is 1 and magnitude along y-axis it is minus 1. Alright, so let me draw this vector a. This vector a along x-axis, suppose this is 1 unit, and along y-axis suppose this 1 unit, and it is quite obvious if this side and this side are in same magnitude, because this is 1 and this is also 1, so this both will be the same. If both are same, I think this is the vector a. Now vector b, I minus j, it means this will be the I cap and of the same length, remember. Now the j cap minus j, it is down, and this length and this length will be same. So this is the vector b. Now you can see, my dear student, if you will make this line, you can find this is the square. All right, this is the square, and if this is the square and this one the diagonal, this what will be the angle? This is 45 degree. All right, this is angle 45 degree. And again, the case of this diagram, this is also the square, and this angle will be how much? It is 45 degree. All right, so what will be the total angle here? The total angle will be 90 degree. You can see we got the answer, it is 90 degree. You can see, my dear students. All right, so in this way you can visualize the vector. You cannot visualize actually all the vectors by geometry, but you should try. All right, you can visualize the three-dimensional vector also. Okay, my dear student. Now another example I'm giving you to find the angle between two vector. Here the two vectors a, it is I plus j, and the vector b, it is 2i minus 2j. All right, what will be the angle between these two vector a and b? Try to find out, my dear student. After that I will solve this question. Meanwhile you are solving that question, I am writing here the homework. Try to solve that question. Okay students, have you solved this question? Okay, try to match the answer I am solving here. So the cos theta will write directly a dot b divided by ab, and a dot b, it is 2 minus 2 divided by here the 1, it is 2 minus 2 divided by magnitude, it is root under 2 into it is root under 8, that is the 2 root 2, 2 root 2, whatever may be, this is the 0, theta again 90 degree. You can visualize this one by making the diagram, okay, over the geometry. You will find the vector, this one is making a square and this is also making the square, but the difference between these two square, it is the diagonal of this square will be little longer, because magnitude of this one is 2 root 2, but the magnitude of this a is only root 2. That's why you will find the bigger square of the bigger diagonal here. But both are the square and the diagonal will make 45 degree. Altogether, the two diagonal will make 90 degree. Alright, so you got the answer. Here, my dear students, homework for you. Here, the 5 vectors have been given, A, B, C, D and E. Kindly note down. Now, you have to find the angle between the question. Remember, whenever I give the question, you have to do it seriously for your practice, my dear students. Okay, the number of practice you will do, it will remain in your mind for a long time. You have to do the dot product of the angle between theta for A and B. All right, angle between the following vectors, and the following vectors are A and B. Second, A and C. All right. Third, A and D. Fourth, A and E. In same way, you have to make all the probable combination. You have to find the angle. Like the next one will be, the fifth one will be B dot C, B dot D, B dot E, C dot D, C dot E and D dot E. Total, you will have the 10 question, my dear students. All right. So, this is all about the application to find angle between two vectors. Okay, my dear student. Now, let me move for the cross product. Cross product of two vectors. Let me wrap this one. So, give the heading, my dear student. Cross product. This cross product is also known as the vector product. All right. Yes, this is also called the vector product, and engineer used to say this vector product as exterior product. All right. Yes, actually this is the sign product of two vector. It is the sign product of two vector. It means the value we will find, it will be the product with the sign angle. Remember, result, this product, that is the product of two vector, gives a vector quantity. That's why this is known as the vector product, my dear student. It means the result will have the two things. One, it is the magnitude, and the second is direction. Magnitude will be very easy to find here. Look at here, the vector A, vector B, the angle theta, all right, between these two vector. From vector A and B, the angle is theta. Again, I'm recalling you what we have studied in dot product, but from B to A, the angle will be minus theta, or 2 pi, that is 360 minus theta. Be in your mind. Now, A cross B is written as, all right, this is a definition. The cross product of two vector can be written as the product of magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and sine of angle theta with a unit vector n. All right, and this can be written as A cross B as A, B, sine theta n cap. Now, my dear student, you can see this AB sine theta is magnitude, and n cap, here this n cap is the direction, that is the unit vector, and which makes this entire value a vector quantity. Now, it is very important, so what is this n cap? So, you can write, my dear students, this is the unit vector perpendicular to the plane of A and B, vector A and B. All right, here the vector A and B. This n cap is the unit vector which show the direction, and in which direction? Perpendicular to the plane of vector A and B. All right, so I would like to represent here only the plane. All right, kindly note down. Now look at here, my dear student, how we'll see this plane. Parallel to this vector A, I am drawing here a parallel line, and parallel to this vector I am drawing here another parallel line. Now this become a seat. Okay, you can say this is the square and this is the seat. Now that is the parallelogram, sorry, and this is the seat, two-dimensional. Now parallel to this plane will be like this way. This is the perpendicular to this plane. Okay, if you will find the angle, it will be the 90 degree. Okay, this is the 90 degree, and this is nothing but the n cap. All right, this is perpendicular. This n cap is perpendicular to vector A, as well as this is perpendicular to vector B. Remember, this n cap, it is a unit vector perpendicular to the plane of AB. It means it is perpendicular to A as well as it is perpendicular to B also. Look at here. Now one can say, sir, why this n cap, it is in upward direction? Actually, if we'll take this n cap in this way, this will be also the perpendicular to the plane. Exactly, because if this is our plane, this is perpendicular to it one, like this way. Okay, and this is also the perpendicular to this plane. Both are the perpendicular to this plane. So why we'll take? Because the direction matters. If we are writing this is as n cap, then this will be not the n cap, this will be the minus n cap. So sir, why we take only this one? So my dear student, remember, there is something rule you have to follow to find this n cap. Okay, and to find the n cap, we use the rule here, the right hand thumb rule, which was first studied by the Maxwell, that you have been studied in standard 10th while studying the magnetic field. All right, so we will try to study this n cap using the right hand thumb rule. Otherwise, this will be very difficult to find the value of n cap. All right, so we will study this right hand thumb rule to find the value of n. So you can write here, this n cap can be obtained using right hand rule. All right. Yes, Maxwell's right hand rule. In fact, always we will try to find this direction of n cap using right hand rule. Otherwise, there are a number of rules you will be given in books or in you can say that a YouTube lecture, but this will be the simplest way to find the n cap. We will do the exercise to find this n cap because this is very important. Before I'm going to find here what will be the value of B cross A. B cross A, whether this one is equals to A cross B, as A dot B was equals to B dot A. Mod of A, mod of B, according to definition, mod of B, and the sine of angle, it is sine theta. Now what will be the value of angle. So here the angle between vector A and B, it will be the minus theta. All right. Yes, minus theta. And let me draw here the n cap. It is A, B. Sine minus theta will be minus sine theta. Okay. So sine theta and minus we will carry with n cap. That is the direction. So the B cross A, you can see, my dear student, it is not equals to the A cross B. Alright, it is not equals to A cross B, but B cross A, it is equals to minus A cross B. You can say it is equals to minus A cross B. Always remember, my dear student, A cross B will be equals minus A cross B. If someone asks to you what will be the angle between A cross B and B cross A, then what you will say, B cross A and A cross B is opposite to each other. This is the minus. If this is giving the n cap, this will give you the minus n cap, and if n cap it is in upward direction, then minus n cap will be in downward direction. And what will be the angle between these two? It will be the 180 degree. So if someone asks to you what is the angle between B cross A and A cross B, so the answer will be 180 degree. You can see by the diagram. Now our next aim to know why this n cap it is in upward direction and minus n cap it is in downward direction. All right. Let me rub this one. Okay, before rubbing, let me tell you why and how to use this right hand thumb rule. Remember, students, if it is written A cross B, then you have to put your forefinger. Remember, listen carefully. A cross B, then you have to put your forefinger along the first vector, if it is A, along first vector, and you have to just curl it towards the vector B. You have to go towards the vector B, and then you have to keep this thumb perpendicular to the folding or the curling of this forefinger. The thumb will represent the direction of n cap, that is the result of A cross B. Okay. Let me tell you again. Listen carefully. If you keep your forefinger, this forefinger along the vector A, and you will curl to the direction of vector B, then this thumb will represent the direction of n cap. All right. Okay. Let me find over here. This was the two vector. One vector going to this direction. In diagram, you can see this is the vector A, this is the vector B. All right, this is the vector B. If you keep your forefinger this direction A and go toward this vector B, then you can see the vector, it is n cap, it is in upward direction. That's why we took n cap in upward direction. Now B cross A, you will keep your forefinger in this direction. You cannot curl your finger in this way. All right. So you have to just keep your hand in this way. All right. Now this is your B cross A. Okay. And this will goes downward. So B cross A, this will be the direction minus n cap. Okay, so in this way, my dear students, we got the direction of n cap. I hope you got it. We will discuss few examples to understand this direction of n cap. Okay, now let me rub this one. Suppose, my dear student, if I draw here the axis, x, y, z. All right. Now, I keep a vector A along this axis, vector B, all right, the vector B along this axis, and vector C along this axis. if I told you to remember, along the x-axis the unit vector is I cap, along the y-axis the unit vector is j cap, along the z-axis the unit vector is k cap. Okay, behalf of n unit vector n cap, you can use this unit vector I j k also. All right, yes, because this is also unit vector and this is also a unit vector. Now if I'll say the find the A cross C, then you will say A C sine theta. All right, good, no problem. Here the theta, you can find the angle between A and C. So here the A and it is C. So you will put here 90 degree. All right, very good, excellent. What about the n cap? So you have to do the practice, my dear students. The number of physical quantity you will get. Okay, you have to do the practice. Put your forefinger along the A, vector A, and curl it towards C. Then you will find the unit vector n cap. So this is our A. Okay, and we have to move towards the C. You can see we are getting upward direction. That is the plane of this AC perpendicular to the plane. It is the Z and it is K cap. So you have to write here the K cap. I hope you understand. Here the answer, it is A C K cap. Got it, my dear student? Now next, B cross A. Try to find the value B cross A. It will be the B A sine, again 90 degree. You can see angle between this B and A, it is 90 degree. Now what will be the unit vector? So put the forefinger along the B. Remember, B is perpendicular to this A and C. So this one. So you have to put this forefinger along the B and you have to go towards the A. All right. So this is B. All right. And this way, B and A. So this is the n cap. It means J cap. All right. And this is the answer. B A J cap. I hope you understand, my dear students. Okay, last one. This is for you. Okay, and this will be your homework. I will not tell you. B cross C. The first one. B cross C. The second one. C cross A. C cross A. Remember, you have to write the answer not using your IQ, that if A cross C written by this one, then what would be the C cross A? You have to do the practice. You have to use your forefinger, curl it and try to find the exact direction by this thumb. This is your practice, my dear students. The third one, C cross B. Okay, C cross B. Here the three questions you have to solve by yourself. Oh, my dear students. Here we started the cross product of two vectors. We have not studied very much about the cross product today, but we have studied here the application of dot product, that is to find the angle between two vectors, my dear students. In next lecture, I will teach you what are the applications of cross product and the questions how to find the cross product of this rectangular component I, J and K. Okay, my dear students, we will study by the three method. But the one and very important method, it will be only this one, using right hand thumb rule, which was given by Maxwell. Okay, my dear students. So this is all about today's lecture. Thank you very much.